that I've talked about this before, but I think I've told you about this, that it involved, this is a kind of a double layered, it air is at a lunch thing when I was in a role as an assistant manager position, and a man, it was kind of like a casual lunch, and everybody in the leadership team was there, and he asked me if I had pissed my
Yes.
pants, basically. I was 23, and I don't, and I didn't then, but the fact that he asked me that my boss and my boss's boss were both sitting at this table. Nobody said a damn thing except for me, and all I said was, "Nope." Like that was,
That's that's
and
so
so it like
disgusting. And
lost
first
its.
of all, no, no, and you're not telling the story right
Yeah, I know I'm not. You've heard the story before. There's a lot to
because there was something he said before he asked that question.
it.
And
God,
what was it that he said? Do you need me to remind you? Okay,
what did I tell you word for word? Because yes, I can.
he said, we've all been wondering.
Yes, the
And
guys in the
then he
shop have been
asked the
wondering.
question. Yes,
Yeah, the guys in the
we've all
shop
been
have been
wondering.
wondering. We've all been wondering.
We've
Yeah,
all been wondering.
and I'm like,
And then he asked the question.
yeah, and I think my boss and my boss's boss would probably say, "Oh, we were so stunned." Well, yeah, no shit. We're all stunned. You should not be asking this. And this was also early 2000s. This was 2000, maybe 2004. I don't know. But like still. And I felt that sense of shame, and I felt so alone, but I knew it was wrong. Like there was no question
Yeah.
in my mind that he was cool in asking that. I
You were
knew
and
that.
you're embarrassed too, I'm sure.
I was
Yeah.
so embarrassed. Because and it's not like I was wearing like Gucci mama tops. I mean, I was dressing the same then as I do now, and I don't know, that says a lot about me as like a Gen X slash millennial cusp right there. I'm dressing the same as I was in
Me too though.
2004.
Me too though, so it's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, I had like probably a Gap V-neck on in
Yep.
navy
The
blue,
puts, yep.
and it was just so uncalled for and bizarre, but nobody said anything. And I was with I was the lowest, probably ranking person there at the table. And I was like,
And what happened after? Like, was
nothing.
there ever a conversation?
Literally
Nothing?
nothing. Change in conversation.
You know what's I mean, I'm not saying anything that's a secret, but it makes me so sad because stories like yours, stories like mine, completely different scenarios, right? But I'm constantly hearing stories of women in the workplace who are spoken to, especially when it comes to their bodies in
Mm-hmm.
certain ways. And I would love to say that it's over because that was in the early 2000s, so it's done, but it's not. It's still happening in very subtle ways. Certain like microaggressions are still happening, and it's just
Just
how do we fix that?
yeah.
How do we fix that? Can we
You know,
fix that?
if I were to do, I mean, first of all, there's not a chance in hell he would have said that to me today as a 45-year-old woman. You
Well,
know what I mean?
yes. And that's the other thing too, right? He
Yeah.
said it because he knew he could,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Like yeah.
And if I
So,
had had if I had known he was gonna, because it wasn't like I was meek and quiet, like I was,
yeah.
but I didn't know. I didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
But if I had known he was gonna say it, I would have probably just said, "Do you have any idea how inappropriate that is? Can you say that
Yeah.
again? What have you all been wondering?" I think I would have made him lean into it further, because then he's gonna lean back because he knows it's not
Absolutely.
okay. That's what I would have done, because then it would have been impossible for leadership to ignore it. But I just wasn't. I didn't know
Yeah.
what to do or say.